Today I am heartbroken, but here to honour my dad, a man whose life was a tapestry woven with resilience, generous love, and an unwavering commitment to his family. Dad's first childhood began on Sunday, July the 23rd, 1944 in Oxford, England, evacuated from war-torn London. He was the first of 8 children born to our lovely Nan, Joyce, Dorothy, Coppins, Stevens, Robinson. His early years were marked by challenges that would have intimidated many, yet he never complained. He embraced his role as the big brother with pride. His resilience during those formative years laid the foundation for a compassionate and steadfast man he would become. Dad's second childhood began when he became a father to Lorraine, me and Terry. Our childhoods were enriched by weekend road trips from Ashford to Nan's house, to aunts and uncles, to roadside cafes for pie and mash, and to London markets. Dad's signature, 2 sugars, greeting always preceded laughter-filled gatherings over beans on toast. On the drives home, he entertained us with funny songs and stories, sometimes driving in a way that made us scream with terror, and perhaps is the very reason I came to believe in the power of prayer. Those weekends filled with joy and a hint of chaos taught us about love, adventure, and the importance of family. Our dad was almost taken from us in his youth with 2 different serious accidents involving a motorbike and a bus, so it was even sweeter that he survived to enjoy a 3rd childhood. We all got to watch Dad welcome and dote on his 11 grandchildren: Amy, Chloe, Jordan, Lydia, Lois, Laura, Samuel, Mia, Rocco, Theo, and India. He transformed into Grandad Switch or Grandad Blueberry Bubblegum, delighting them all in singing silly songs, inventing goofy walks, and turning every visit into a festival of laughter. For his 60th birthday, he brought all of the grandchildren to America, creating unforgettable memories on the lake. He continued to share his love generously, slipping the teens cash for fashion and treats, teaching them to drive, and always ensuring they all felt adored by him. In these later years, my dad lived a simpler life, happy to have friends and family over to sit in the garden and enjoy his Noah's Ark shed and koi fish pond. John and I moved to America in September of 1990, and while saying goodbye was always hard, Dad's visits were always lovely. We got to see another side of my dad here in the USA, one that was clad in surprisingly short shorts, patriotic t-shirts, and even a Texan cowboy hat with, dare I say, a fanny pack. To his best buddy and partner Fred Scroggs, he was Tex. The 2 of them were hysterical together, and I can only imagine the conversations they are having now, reunited again. My dad embraced all of these new experiences, driving cautiously on the wrong side of the car, on the wrong side of the road, in his dream rental cars, trying unfamiliar foods, quick to let us know that he still preferred the simple British dish, and even adopting a slight twang to ensure that he was understood by our Midwesterner friends. When he heard I'd be teaching American Lit, he mailed The Complete Idiot's Guide to American Literature, just to be sure I'd be ready for my new class. I love that he did that. Away from it all, we shared deep conversations about his childhood, his travels to Israel, to France, Morocco, a New York mission trip, his volunteer work at One Community, his favourite music and videos, and his favourite poem, Rudyard Kipling's If. We talked about his growing faith and his newfound church friends and community. We prayed, we laughed, and sometimes we cried together. We cooked for him a lot of pancakes with ice cream toppings and Sunday roasts, with countless cups of tea, and we included him in all our milestone celebrations. Through it all, he was a constant source of love and encouragement. Even at 80, Dad left us too soon. The void he leaves is profound. But in these days ahead, we'll find comfort in the memories, the laughter, and the lessons he imparted. We'll catch ourselves singing his songs, telling his stories, and embodying the love he so generously gave us all. In the last week of his life, I got to hold his hand, to pray with him and for him, to play his favourite songs, to read him all the messages from friends and family, to stroke his head, talk and laugh about the good old days, and remind him how much we all loved him, this beautiful man with a larger-than-life spirit. I was privileged to call him Dad, and my greatest joy is that I got to see him hold and love his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. He had a special childlike quality about him that they instantly connected with. His legacy lives on, and I have no doubt that he was welcomed into the presence of God and heard, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You lived a beautiful life." Until we meet again, Dad, saying goodbye one more time from AJ, John, Amy, Chloe, Jordan, Evelyn, Lewis, Ruby, Jack, Milo, Eleanor, and Isla. And Margot. We all love you, Dad.